So this chapter is about a young woman who goes to University of North Carolina named Eve Carson, who was found murdered one day. She's also the student body president, and the main topic of this is one of her friends and school journalist who also works for one of the local radio stations. His name is Adam Rue. Is assigned or wants to take over this case of investigating it and trying to report it and get all the information he can out to everybody. And he's kind of caught up in this kind of emotional battle of whether he should take the job of reporting it or not. He decides to. He also he catches some backlash. They hold a vigil for the girl that was murdered, and he goes and he's there as her friend to support, but he's also there as a journalist to report it. He catches a lot of backlash from that. People were telling him to stop and telling him to leave and that he shouldn't be doing that. And he was talking as like a moral thing. He said, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done it, but at the same time, he said that he had a duty that he needed to fulfill as a journalist." And he's just caught up in this emotional battle of, do I, because I'm so emotionally invested, is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? And he was also asked to interview for multiple TV stations and networks and things like that, and he declined those. And in the reading, he talks about how he's glad he did. He talks about this one instance where place asked him to do it. He said no, and he kind of lost his cool a little bit, and he said that they respectfully asked him to not do the interview anymore. And towards the end of it, they go ahead and talk about how there's video footage found of somebody using her ATM card, which led to the arrest of two young men who are now serving life. And my hypothetical from all this is actually, where was it? You're working at a packing shed and one of your coworkers starts selling drugs and gets murdered while you know he's participating in these things. Reporters ask you to be an insider ear on the friend. You have to decide if you're willing to defend his dignity or rat him out and be completely honest with the public. So that's it's kind of the same thing. You have to fight this emotional battle between loyalty and, bringing respect to everybody else. So would you really risk doing all that? I don't think I would. I'd probably just keep my mouth shut. If I'm being honest, I feel like being labeled, not really as a snitch, but I feel like, I guess kind of snitching on someone like that might come back to bite you in the end. This is pretty much all I got.